we're going to do today is a Tasco trail camera review. I believe this is the 8 megapixel version. They come in a couple other different versions. And where you're going to see this at, this is going to be the cheapest trail camera that they have at Walmart. I mean, that's why we have them, and that's why you're going to see them a lot, is because it's the cheapest camera that you can pretty much buy almost anywhere. Like I said, I think they're $28 average, at least that's what they are here. And we're going to do a review on it. Basically, I've used these for a couple seasons now, so I'm pretty familiar with them. I've owned a couple different ones, as well as know several people that own them. So, you know, at least I know a little bit about them. So, like I said, it's an 8 megapixel camera. It's pretty basic, you know. It's got an infrared on it, to where, you know, it can take pictures at nighttime and everything. It's like any other trail camera. It doesn't have cellular capabilities or anything like that. All you need for it, I believe, is 8 AA batteries and some type of SIM card. It takes a full-size SD card, not SIM card, excuse me. It's going to come with some type of strap. I've seen them actually vary over the years, but it's just going to be a cheap little strap that you can strap it to a tree. And what I want to say about the trail camera is, in my opinion, this is one of the best trail cameras that you could get. The reason why is because if you're like me and you're on a budget, it's only $28. And I mean, the average trail cam price, I would say, is at least $60, you know. That's like a just regular average price. And for that, you could get 2 of these. And they work pretty good. They're durable. The picture quality seems to be pretty good. You can do regular pictures as well as video. You can do, like, I think there's a couple different settings to where you could take just one picture, and then you can set it to where it'll take like a little burst of pictures, like 3 or 5 pictures or something like that. You can also set it to where, like if something sets it off, you can set it to where if 15 seconds later you want it to set off again, or you can make it wait 30 seconds until it sets off again, or whatever. You can set all those settings in there too. It's pretty easy to use. The settings on it are very minimal. It only has 3 buttons on it and 1 switch. It's got an OK button, an up and down button, and a little switch that says on, aim, and off. It's only got 3 settings on it. But let's just talk about durability for a second. These cameras, for whatever reason, they're only $28, but they seem to be pretty durable. I don't think that I've ever had one break down on me. I've had one that did some funky stuff one time, to where it took a picture like every second from the time that I set it up until I came back. I don't know why the camera did that, and it was like towards the end of the season. I didn't actually set the camera up until the next season again. I didn't know if the camera was going to work or not, and it didn't do that anymore after that. So besides that, that's the only like malfunction I could say that I've had out of one of the cameras. But besides that, they do a great job. I bought another cheap camera this year. I believe it was a Cuddyback, no, it was a Wild Game Innovations. That's what it was. It was a Wild Game Innovations from Field and Stream, and it was like their cheap camera. They were running a sale, and they were only $25. So I bought one to try it out, and I already had a bad experience with it, to where like it would go off at nighttime, but the infrared wouldn't kick on. So it was just like a black picture. You couldn't see anything, and that's never happened to me with one of the Tascos. They're super cheap. I mean, this would probably be, if I had to say, this is like the high point of the trail camera world, okay? This is going to be the cheapest trail camera out there, and there's going to be a lot of people tell you that this camera sucks, it's no good, whatever. But for the price, I would say that this is a great camera. Like I said, it takes pretty good picture. I like the video mode myself, is what I usually run on. It uses more battery probably, but that's what I like. I just like to be able to scroll through and watch and see what they're doing or whatever. But the quality on it gives me everything I need to know. I'm looking to know if it's a buck or a doe, and I'm also looking to know how big the deer's, the antler is. And it doesn't have to be, I don't need to be able to tell every little sticker on there or anything like that. I'm looking for like frame. You can usually tell from a deer's not only body size, but his just general frame of his antlers, how big he is, if you're gonna be considering him like a shooter or not. And this camera will do that and more. Like it's pretty clear, you know. This camera specifically is only an 8 megapixel. I believe that the new ones are actually higher. I think they're like 10 or 12 megapixel. But even the 8 megapixel version works great. I mean, it does a great job. It's fantastic. Like I said, it doesn't come with a memory card, so you're gonna have to get some type of SD card for it, and some batteries. And like I said, it's pretty simple. We'll run through how to work it. Basically, you're just going to turn it to aim mode, and then it's gonna pop up. Well, it says there's no card in there, so it knows that there's no card in there. I'll pop a SD card in there. Let me turn it off, turn it back on again. But when you want to set it up, you turn it to aim mode. And it's going to pop up the date. I'm just going to leave that there. That's yeah, that's actually the time. I'm crazy. Okay, you hit OK to start setting it up, basically. It's going to pop up. It's in military time, so it's 21:27. I don't know if that's the proper time right now, but I'm not worried about it. But you could go up and down right there and choose, and then whenever you have it, you know, the number that you want, you just hit OK, and it will go to the next number. So you're going to do that again, and now it's got the date. It's going to be, it says it's March 08, so that's fine. I'm not going to change it or whatever. And then you can set up the year. Then it's so you can, the next step is you can choose which mode you want to run it in. So there's video mode, and right now I just clicked OK on the video mode. There's also like 1 picture mode, and then there's 3 burst mode, I'm pretty sure, as well. And right now, the next mode after you pick one of those, so I picked the video mode, it's going to bring up a timer that's 15, right now it says 15 seconds. So what that means is it will trigger, it will record a video, and then it will basically re-trigger after 15 seconds. So anything that triggers it before that 15 seconds, it won't make another video. You can change that to whatever you want. You can change it to 30 seconds or a minute or whatever. I'm just going to leave it at 15 seconds. I don't mind it. I guess the only reason why you would want to make it longer is if you were trying to like conserve battery. If you wanted to leave it there for a long time, you could do something like that and set it to where, well, you know, I'm just going to hope that the deer that walked in front of my camera, there was no deer behind it within the next minute or so. You know, because you know, sometimes they'll hang out in front of the camera or whatever, and it would just, if you set it on a low setting, it would just record a bunch of videos, therefore like wasting your battery. That would be the only reason I could see to even really mess with that setting. And then you're gonna go, this is it says ID, and this is 03. So this is for if you have multiple cameras. So if you have like, you know, 10 cameras or whatever you're running, you can, let's say, go on Onyx and you can mark a spot and you'll say, all right, this is camera 01. And then you would go set a camera there, okay, in that spot, and on the ID badge you could make it 01, okay. So after that, basically it just helps you keep up to when you, let's say if you go pick all your trail cameras up in one day, when you get home, it will be easy for you to tell when you open up the camera, oh, okay, this is the trail camera from that one spot. I know that because I can look at my phone and it says camera 1 is over here and camera 2 is over here. So it just lets you know, it lets you keep up with the spots, because if you're running multiple trail cameras, it kind of can get confusing of, oh, okay, well, all right, there's a good buck here that we got a picture of, but which camera was this at? We have to remember now. You know what I'm saying? So it just helps you not be able to forget if you're running multiple cameras. And then I believe this is like, basically, the next setting is going to ask you if you want to reset the card, so like to format the card, basically, I believe. And then that's it. That's all the settings. It's super easy to use. And then you would, after that, you would just go switch it to the on mode, and then hang it up on the tree, and then go about your business and come back and get it. Like I said, I've used these trail cameras now, I think 4 seasons. It was the first trail camera I ever bought. And the only reason I bought it is because it was like $28, and I was like, well, I mean, that's not too expensive. I can spend $28 on that trail camera. I've ran them for several seasons now, and like I said, I don't think I've ever had one break down on me fully. I did have one malfunction out of one, but for $28, I mean, that's a risk I'm willing to take. I know a lot of people that also use these, and they say great things about them, and the reason why they love them is because they run 10, 15, 20 of them, however many they want to run, and it's not gonna, it's not gonna be thousands of dollars in trail cameras. And plus, here's another good thing about them being cheap specifically. This is a public land, channel that we try to run. We basically only hunt public land. The good thing about one of these is, well, it's a sad thing that people steal trail cameras. It happens quite often. And if it were to happen, I would much rather only lose $28 than lose, a $100 trail cam. It's just a lot. It's got several advantages. Just because it's cheap, maybe it's not as it doesn't have as many megapixels as some of the other cameras, doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't have its uses. And on public land, I think that they outweigh the fact that it only has 8 megapixels. It's if I was gonna pick a trail cam up, I'm gonna keep using these. I use them all the time, and I love them. And like I said, I know a couple people that use them, and they're all big fans. Everybody says that they work great. And the fact that they're cheap puts them on the top of my list. So with that being said, I'm a big fan of them. Would I recommend them to you? Yes. I don't care if you are broke or a millionaire. I mean, these cameras are great. They definitely have a lot of uses. They work good. The picture quality's pretty good. They're pretty durable. Like I said, there's not a lot of cons that I can even really think of about it. Besides the fact that people are going to tell you that their trail camera's better than yours. That's about it. It's a good trail camera in my opinion, and I would definitely recommend getting them. So that's my review. Another thing that I forgot to say is, if you think that I got it wrong and there's a better, cheaper camera out there that I didn't know about it, please comment down below and tell me. We'll go look into it. I may order one and we'll review it too. Just tell me what you think about it, and if you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe as well. We could use all the subscribers we can get. So just tell me what you think, if I got it right or wrong. Tell me if you've used them before, if you like them. Let me know, just so so I can get some opinions on it.